Hello children, welcome to the today's session, day 6. So, this is a class about the Bahmani kings. In the previous class, we discussed the introduction of the Bahmani kingdom. Children, before going into today's class, let me ask some questions. When Bahmani dynasty established? In which year the Bahmani dynasty established? Yes, in the year 1347 the Bahmani dynasty established. Okay, who is the founder of Bahmani dynasty? Who is the founder, children? Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah is a founder of Bahmani dynasty. Then, who is the prominent king in Bahmani dynasty? Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Tajuddin Firoz Shah is a notable king among all the Bahmani kings. So here in the year 1347 the dynasty established. The founder is Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah, and moreover the prominent king in Bahmani kings, that is Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Okay, dear children, in this session let us discuss some more information about the Bahmani kings. So here, more than the kings in Bahmani kingdom, there is a one person who takes the Bahmani dynasty to the peak level of glory. Peak levels of glory. He is not a king, children, he is a prime minister. He worked as a prime minister under Bahmani kings. He is a very important person and a very notable person. He is none other than Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan is one of the notable prime minister. He is not a king, children. He is a notable prime minister during Bahmani kings. So actually he is from Persia, and he is a prime minister working under Muhammad Shah III. Muhammad Shah III is the king of Bahmani dynasty. Under Muhammad Shah III, Muhammad Gawan worked as a prime minister. He is a Persian person, and with his intellectuality, with his bravery, with his talent, he has taken the Bahmani dynasty into the peaks level. That is a very important one. That's what the reason why more than kings in Bahmani kingdom, the prime minister Muhammad Gawan is very important. Children, the time duration of Muhammad Gawan rule is 1463 to 1481. 1463 to 1481. So the time duration is 1463 to 14. So here from 1463 to 1481, that is the time period Muhammad Gawan ruled as a king. Actually, he is a prime minister. Okay. So now, children, I am saying to you, Muhammad Gawan is an important person in Bahmani dynasty. Why he is very important? What factors are justified Muhammad Gawan is a important king? So here, why Gawan is important, children, means as soon as he has taken the power, he captured Belagavi, Goa, Hubli from Vijayanagara Empire. Children, the Vijayanagara kingdom getting complete continuous attacks from the Bahmani dynasty. As a part of that, at the time of Muhammad Gawan ruling in Bahmani kingdom, he captured Hubli, Belagavi, Goa from the Vijayanagara Empire, and he will maintain administration according to Islamic law. Islamic law means what, you know? Based upon the rules and regulations from Quran. See, what is Quran? Quran is a holy book of Muslims. So here, at the time of Muhammad Gawan is ruling the dynasty, the complete administration based upon the Islamic laws, and he encouraged revenue and postal system. Postal system means what, sending news from the one area to another area. And at that time the kings are used to collect land tax. The king, see, in order to maintain administration in the kingdom, the king needs some money, right? So here the king collected money, money from farmers, that what we can say that land revenue. So here tax fixed based upon land fertility. The king is fixed tax on the farmers based on the land fertility. Fertility means what? Efficiency to give more and more production. Efficiency to give more and more production, that is known as land fertility. Here, so tax is fixed based on land fertility. Means if a farmer having a land which more with more fertility, means he can produce more and more production, right? From that land he has to pay more tax to the king. At the same time, a farmer having land, that land is less fertile, at that time he used to pay less tax to the king. So, and one more important thing, children, Muhammad Gawan constructed Madrasa College. Muhammad Gawan constructed Madrasa. Madrasa means what, It is a residential college. Residential means what? The school will provide food facility to the students and teachers, as well as they will provide accommodation also, like at present hostels are there, right? In the same manner, Muhammad Gawan at Bidar constructed a madrasa college. So madrasa college is residential, in that facilities are provided to the children as well as teachers. That madrasa college having approximately 3000 manuscripts. 3000 manuscript means books. 3000 means that a madrasa college will be having huge library. In that library approximately 3000 manuscripts are there. See, children, actually Muhammad Gawan not belongs to Bahmani kingdom. He is a prime minister, that's it. But he is getting very good name with his ruling. That is the reason why some of the other some of the religious leaders in the Bahmani kingdom, they felt jealous. Some of the religious leaders in the Bahmani kingdom, they felt jealous about Muhammad Gawan, and finally Muhammad Gawan is murdered by the some of the religious leaders in that kingdom only. That's what the reason why. See, on the tomb of Muhammad Gawan, there is some letters, that is, innocent Gawan was killed. Muhammad Gawan was killed. Why? Because means here he is a is getting very good fame in the kingdom, that is not unable to tolerated by the religious leaders. That's what the reason why they killed Muhammad Gawan. So due to these reasons, Muhammad Gawan is considered as one of the greatest person in the Bahmani kingdom. He captured Hubli, Belagavi, Goa from the Vijayanagara administration according to the Islamic law, and revenue and postal services are encouraged, children. Taxes are fixed based on land fertility. Fertility means what here? Efficiency to give more and more production. So if the land efficiency is more, means they have to pay more tax. Land efficiency is less, means they have to pay less tax. And moreover, Muhammad Gawan constructed a madrasa college at Bidar. Okay, let us move on to the next slide, children. So far we discussed about the kings in Bahmani. Now, what are the cultural contributions from the Bahmani? In the cultural contributions, the first thing we will discuss about that is education. I told to you, Bahmani kings encouraged Islamic education. Islamic education means what, you know? Giving information to the students about the principles of Quran. Giving information to the students about the uh, principles of a Quran. See, chanting Quran is a part of education. Children, chanting means what? Say example, if you go for a temples, the priest will be there, right? Always they are chanting mantras. In the same manner, chanting of Quran principle is a part of education. And moreover, orphans. Orphans means who? The children who don't have any guardian, those are known as orphans. For them, free education is provided. Listen carefully, children. Islamic education is encouraged. Quran, chanting Quran. Chanting means saying again and again. Chanting Quran is a part of education, and orphans are provided a free education also. So this is educational contribution from the Bahmani kings. Next, what about the literature? Here, look at the things carefully here, children. Firoz Shah, one of the important king, and Muhammad Shah too, Muhammad Gawan are the kings as well as writers. Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah too, and Muhammad Gawan are the writers. Especially Persian language, Arabic language, and Urdu language developed more. Which are the languages developed, children? Persian language, Arabic language, Urdu language developed more. And here, one of the important Sufi saint means what we will discuss in the next sessions, means advanced classes. A famous Sufi saint, Khwaja Bande Nawaz, a famous Sufi saint, Khwaja Bande Nawaz, belongs to Bahmani region only. That's what. If you go for Bidar, there Khwaja Bande Nawaz tomb, one of the historical place will be there. So Khwaja Bande Nawaz belongs to Bahmani region only. And in the literature, the language used by the kings and writers, that language popularly known as Dakani language, popularly known as Dakani language. Children, look at this point carefully. The language used by the kings and writers, the language used by the kings and writers, that language popularly known as Dakani language. At present, the Dakani language developed as a Urdu language. So, developed language. See, Dakani language at present it is known as Urdu language. Children, look at the slide carefully. In the literature, Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah II, Muhammad Gawan are the writers. And more importantly, a famous Sufi saint, Khwaja Bande Nawaz, belongs to this region only. The languages like Persian, Arabic, Urdu languages are developed. And moreover that the languages used by the kings and writers, that is popularly known as what language, children? That is Dakani language. See, if I ask you a question, what is Dakani language means, what should write? During Bahmani region, the language used by the kings and writers popularly known as Dakani language. So now at present Dakani language will be termed with what name, children? That is Urdu language. This is all about the literature contribution during Bahmani region. Next, sculpture. Sculpture is nothing but architecture. Sculpture is nothing but what, children? Architecture. So here, especially architecture, it is there in Islamic style. Architecture, sorry, Hindu Islamic style. The architecture means which is nothing but a constructions. The architecture it is in the style of Hindu Islamic style. Hindu Islamic style also known as the Dakani style. See here, observe once the word Dakani used by the several times by the kings. Dakani language and Dakani style also. So what kind of architecture they are maintained, children? Hindu Islamic style, that is known as familiar architecture. So now here the list some of the important architecture I mentioned. These are constructed by the Bahmani kings. First, Jamia Masjid, Jamia Masjid, Tombs of Sultans, Tomb of Bandenwaj. Next, Jamia Masjid of Kalburgi. Kalburgi at present is known as Gulbarga. Tombs of Sultans, Tombs of Bandenwaj, Shokalamba Mosque at Bidar, and Madrasa College. Children, who constructed Madrasa College? Madrasa College constructed by the Muhammad Gawan at Bidar. See here, Jamia Masjid, Tombs of Sultans. Tomb means that is we can say that Samadhi we will call it as, right, tomb, and tombs of Bandenwaj, Shokalamba Mosque and Madrasa College at Bidar. See children, here the list of architecture I shown you pictures already. This one we know, that is Bidar Fort. Bidar Fort, that is also one of the contribution from the Bahmani kings. This is the Bidar Fort, and after that see this is Jamia Masjid. Jamia Masjid. So Bidar Fort and Jamia Masjid are the important architecture, and more importantly, yes, it is all about Madrasa College. Madrasa College. Children, where it is located? Madrasa College, where it is located? Bidar. Madrasa College located at Bidar. So who constructed it? Muhammad Gawan. See, look at the picture carefully here. Look at the picture carefully. Here, 3 stores building. 3 stores building means 3 layered building. That is the reason why it is a residential. So education is provided. More importantly, boarding facilities also for children as well as teachers. And more importantly, it will be consist with a huge library. A huge library. In that library, we can say that approximately 3000 manuscripts are there. See, during the region of Bahmani kings, we discuss, right, one of the important Sufi saint. One important Sufi saint belongs to this region, right? Who is the Bandenwas, Khwaja Bandenwas. So now this is the picture, that is Khwaja Bandenwas tomb. It is also located at Bidar. Khwaja Bandenwas tomb. So this is the important architectural contribution from the Bahmani kings. Now, after we get to know about important architecture, we should know some more information about Madrasa College. See here, I told you Madrasa College constructed by whom? Madrasa College constructed by the Gawan. First of all, this is 242 feet wide. See this one, 242 feet wide. This college, this one, this is a Madrasa College, children. Now we are discussing about Madrasa College, right? So it is 242 feet wide and 222 feet long. The length will be 222 feet long and 56 feet height. The height of this college will be 56 feet. 56 feet. And 3-stored building. Listen, I told you already, 3-stored, 1, 2, 3, 3-stored building. So 3-layer, we can say that, a 3-layer building. And finally, we can say that this is more than 5 centuries old. 5 centuries means what year? 500 years. 500 years old. This construction is how many years old? 500 years old. See the specialities of Madrasa college. It is 242 feet wide, 242 feet wide, 222 feet long, 200 222 feet long, and we can say that 56 feet height. 56 feet height, 3-storied building. It is all about more than 5 centuries. So my dear children, in this session we discussed some more information about Bahmani kings, and most importantly, today in this class we discussed about a prominent person in the Bahmani kingdom. He is a prime minister from the Persia working under Muhammad III, working under Muhammad king. So he is none other than Muhammad Gawan, and we discussed also why Muhammad Gawan is very important, and after that how literature is developed, how architecture is developed, and how education is developed. All the information we discussed in this session. Okay. After the rule of Muhammad Gawan, Bahmani kingdom is divided into 5 families. Disintegration of Bahmani dynasty takes place. So, how the Bahmani kingdom is divided, that information we will discuss in the further session, that is session number 7. So, and moreover in this class we discussed about Madrasa college also. So my dear children, I hope you are clear with today's session. Hope you have to do well, you are doing well, and maintain the key points in your notes, and wherever you are not clear, there you pause the video and listen again and again. Thank you. Have a nice day.